one for infra, and binabasa ko lang. One for infra, and two for goods. And also we have to conduct a private conference for 10 projects. So first, we have to proceed for a private conference, but before anything else, Mrs. Tan. Raj.
Further, we gathered here today as we begin our procurement activity. Glory be to the Father, and Son, and Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, the world without end. Amen. So for our attendee, Romeo Bilisoga, back chairperson, present. Ricardo T. Lacson, vice back chairperson. Elmer Cesar Isalita, back regular member. Carmen E. Rojas, back regular member.
Present po.
Joel Turalba, back regular member. Elser L. Rigondola, additional member and user. So 6 out of 7, so we have a quorum. So other attendee, Randrich Ilpandi, back. TWD head. Our procurement engineer, Engineer Jose G. Pilemor. Larissa A. De Los Santos, back TWD member. And Rosemary Rodriguez, back TWD member. So, to continue, let's proceed first in our review conference. So, we have the agenda, contract data, A, contract data, B, requirements for bidding documents, C, bid for technical and financial proposals, D, criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and cost verification, and E, other matters. So, we start in A, contract data. Contract ID number 23FC0140. Contract name, repair of 3 classroom. Contract location, Pedro D. Moreno, Elementary School, Paracani, Camarines County. Implementing Office, DPWH, CNDO. Construction Section, Funding Source, BEFF, ND24. Tama ba? 23 yun. 2023. Tapos yung funding source, BEFF, 2024. Approve budget for the contract 1,856,797 pesos and 80 centavos. Contract duration 45 calendar days.
2023.
So it's correct. 2023 BFF 2023. So scope of works, BLSB dash 2 classroom, repair or rehabilitation of 9.2 meters by 12.10 meters ceiling, wooden framing, fiber cement board with reflected insulation, 9.2 meters by 12.10 meters corrugated roofing, replacement of window humps with concrete hump, doors with a concrete hump, and electrical works, academic 1 classroom, repair rehabilitation of 9.2 meters by 9 meters ceiling, wooden framing, fiber cement board with reflected insulation, 9.2 meters by 9 meters, Rock steel framing with corrugated roofing, doors with concrete jump and electrical works. So for the major categories of work, BIR, building repair, similar categories of work, BRTH, BIRTL, BICW, PL, CDP, BICW, PH, CDP, BICW, PL, CCP, BICW, PH, CCP, BICW, PL, SDP, BICW, PH, SDP, BICW, PL, SCP, BICW, PH, SCP, BICW, OPLS, BICW, OPHS, BICW, OPLSC, BICW, OPHC, BIL, BIH, BIM, and NBG. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. A. Construction of building, low-rise. B. Repair or rehabilitation of building, low-rise. C. Improvement or upgrading or expansion of building, low-rise. List of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel needs certificate of training. Boundary. So, let's proceed to the list of key equipment units. Description, capacity, and the required units. Cutting out kit. Required unit is 1. Building machine, electric driven or DC output. The required unit is 1. As per BO 11 series, as per BO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No. Equipment capacity and required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory, and the absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So, any question or clarification for 23FC0140? So, let's proceed to another contract ID number 24FC0050. Contract name, construction of one-story two-classroom school building in Dagit Elementary School, Barangay Dagit, Davao, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Dagit Elementary School, Barangay Dagit, Davao, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWH, CNDAO, construction section. Funding source, BEFF, 2024. Approved budget for the contract, 7,462,500 pesos only. The contract duration, we have 85 calendar days. The scope of works, complete construction of 7 by 18 meters plus 2.5 corridor, 1 story, 2 classroom school building with reinforced concrete gutter, PWD ramp with handrails, window grills at front and rear windows, and parapet wall. So we have the perspective, the front elevation, the floor plan, the major category support, BICW or PLC, building construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar category support, BICW, PH, CCP, BICW, PL, CCP, BICW, PH, CDP, BICW, PL, CDP, BICW, OPH, C, BIL, BIM, BIH, and BIM. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. A. Construction of building low rise. B. Repair or rehabilitation of building low rise. C. Improvement or upgrading or expansion of building low rise. List of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel need certificate of training from DOLI. Let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for this project. Description, capacity in the required units. Backhoe, the capacity is 0.8 cubic meter. The required unit is 1. Barbender, the required unit is 1. Barcutter, the required unit is 1. Cutting outfit, the required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic yards. The required unit is 2. Building machine, the capacity is 500 amperes. The required unit is 1. Jackhammer, the required unit is 1. One bagger mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 1. Plate compactor, the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No. Equipment capacity and the required units as specified in the bid sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So any question or clarification for 24FC0050? So let's proceed to another contract ID, 24FC0051. Contract name, construction of 1-story 2-classroom school building in Batubalani Elementary School, Barangay Batubalani, Paracali, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Batubalani Elementary School, Barangay Batubalani, Paracali, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWH CNDAO, Construction Section. Funding source, BAFF 2024. And the approved budget for the contract or the ABC, 7,462,500 pesos only. So, the contract duration, we have 85 calendar days to complete the project. So, scope of works for this project, complete construction of 7 by 18 meters plus 2.5 meters corridor, 1-story, 2-classroom school building with reinforced concrete gutter, PWD ramp with handrails, window grills at front and rear windows, and parapet wall. So we have the perspective, the front elevation, floor plan. So let's proceed to the major categories of work. BICW Open LC, building construction without piles, low-rise concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of work, BICW PH CCP, BICW PL CCP, BICW PH CDP, BICW PL CDP, BICW OPH C, BIL, BIH, and BIM. So the following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. A. Construction of building, low-rise. B. Repair or rehabilitation of building, low-rise. C. Improvement or upgrading or expansion of building, low-rise. So list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel need certificate of training from RUI. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for this project. Description, the capacity, and the required units. Backhoe, the capacity is 0.8 cubic meter and the required unit is 1. Bartender, the required unit is 1. Bar cutter, the required unit is 1. Cutting outfit, the required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic yard and the required unit is 2. Welding machine, the capacity is 500 amperes and the required unit is 1. Jackhammer, the required unit is 1. One bagger mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 1. Plane compactor, the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No, equipment capacity and the required units as specified in the big sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So any question or clarification for 24FC, 24FC0051? So let's proceed to another contract ID number 24FC0052. Construction, contract name, construction of 1-story, 2-classroom school building, and Dominador G. Mendoza High School, Barangay San Lorenzo, Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Dominador G. Mendoza High School, Barangay San Lorenzo, Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWHCMDO, construction section. Funding source, BDFF 2024, and the approved budget for the contract for EBC, 7,960,000 only. And the contract duration for the project is 85 calendar days. The scope of works, complete construction of 7 meters by 18 meters plus 2.5 corridor, 1-story, 2-classroom school building with reinforced concrete gutter. PWD ramp with handrails, window grills at front and rear windows and parapet wall. So we have the perspective, the front elevation, the floor plan. So let's proceed to the major categories of work. BICW OPLC, building construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of work. BICW PHCCP, BICW PLCCP, BICW PHCDP, BICW PLCDP, BICW OPHC, BIL, BIH, and BIL. following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. A. Construction of building, no rise. B. Repair, rehabilitation of building, no rise. C. Improvement or upgrading or expansion of building, no rise. Proceed to the list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of civil experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel with certificate of training from Lord. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for the project. Description, the capacity and the required units. Backhoe. The capacity is 0.8 cubic meter. The required unit is 1. Bartender, the required unit is 1. Barcutter, the required unit is 1. Cutting outfit, the required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic yard and the required unit is 2. Building machine, the capacity is 500 amperes and the required unit is 1. Jackhammer, the required unit is 1. One barrel mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 1. Plate compactor, the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11, series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No. Equipment capacity in the required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contract. So any question or clarification for 24FC0052? So let's proceed to another contract ID number 24FC0053. Contract name, construction of 1-story 2-classroom school building in Villa Aurora Elementary School, Barangay Villa Aurora, Kapalongga, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Villa Aurora Elementary School, Barangay Villa Aurora, Kapalongga, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWH CNDO Construction Section. Funding source, BEFF 2024. And the approved budget for the contract, 8,955,000 only. Contract duration, 105 calendar days to complete the project. So, scope of work, complete construction of civil by 18 meters plus 2.5 corridor, 1-story, 2-classroom school building with an enforced concrete gutter. PWD ramp with handrails, window grills at front and rear windows, and parapet wall. So we have the perspective, the front elevation, and floor plan. So the major categories of work, BICW or PLC, building construction without pipes, low rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 story. Similar categories of work, BICW, PHCCP, BICW, PLCCP, BICW, PHCDP, BICW, PLCDP, BICW, OPHC, BIL, BIH, and BIL. The following qualifiers shall apply to this contract. A. Construction of building to rise. B. Repair or rehabilitation of building to rise. C. improvement or upgrading or expansion of building to rise. So let's proceed to the list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction safety and personnel need certificate of training from the league. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for the project. The description, the capacity, and the required units. Backhoe, the capacity is 0.8 cubic meter. The required unit is 1. Barbinder, the required unit is 1. Bar cutter, the required unit is 1. Cutting outfit, the required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic meter. The required unit is 2. Welding machine, the capacity is 500 amperes. The required unit is 1. Jackhammer, the required unit is 1. One bubble mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 1. Blade compactor, the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. So no, equipment capacity in the required units as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So any question or clarification for 24FC 0053? If none, let's proceed to the contract ID number 24FC 0054. Construction of 1-story 2-classroom school building and Juan Amparo Elementary School, Barangay Cabuluhan, Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Juan Amparo Elementary School, Barangay Cabuluhan, Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. Implementing Office, DPWH CNDO Construction Section. Funding source, BEFF 2024. And the approved budget for the contract for the ABC is 7,960,000 only. And the contract duration to complete the project is 85 calendar days. So let's proceed to the scope of works. Complete construction of 7 by 18 meters plus 2.5 corridor, 1-story, 2-classroom school building with reinforced concrete gutter, PWD ramp with handrails, window grills at front and rear windows and parapet wall. So we have the perspective, the front elevation, and the floor plan. So the major categories of work, BICW, OPLC, building construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of work, BICW, PH, CCP, BICW, PL, CCP, BICW, PH, CDP, BICW, PL, CDP, BICW, OPHC, BIL, BIH, and BIL. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. A. Construction of building, low-rise. B. Repair, construction, repair or rehabilitation of building, low-rise. C. Improvement or upgrading or expansion of building, low-rise. List of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position, 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position, 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position, 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position, 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position, 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position, 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position, 2 years. Construction safety health personnel need certificate of training from Lori. So let's proceed to the list of key exemptions for the project. The description, capacity, and the required units. Backhoe, the capacity is 0.8 cubic meter and the required unit is 1. Barvender, the required unit is 1. Bar cutter, the required unit is 1. Cutting outfit, the required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic yard and the required unit is 2. Building machine, the capacity is 500 amperes, the required unit is 1. Jackhammer, the required unit is 1. One bagger mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, the required unit is 1. Plate compactor, the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11, series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. Note, equipment capacity in the required unit as specified in the review sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So any question or clarification for 24FC0004? If none, let's proceed to the contract ID number 24FC0055. Contract name, completing of Barangay Old Camp, Back to Market Road, Kapalong Camp, Camarines Norte. Okay na po guys. See? Okay. Contract location, Barangay Old Camp, Kapalong Camp, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWH, CMDO, construction section. Funding source, FY 2024 Department of Agriculture. Approved budget for the contract, 15,919,999 pesos and 70 centavos. For calculation to complete the project, we have the 122 calendar days. So scope of works, completing of 5 meters by 506.3 linear meter. Carriage wheel with 1 meter shoulder, both sides. 0.2 meter thick. And section 1 and section 2, construction of 1 barrel reinforced concrete box culvert is equals to 2.4 meters and H equal to 2.75 meters and T is 0.3 meters and the length is equal to 5.7 linear meter. At station 0 plus 196.67 of section 2. Then installation of 1 line RCPC by 910 mm diameter RCPC at station 038.9 of section 1 and station 0 plus 132.56 of section 2. So we have the vicinity map, the typical roadway section A, typical roadway section B, typical roadway section C, typical roadway section D, typical roadway section E, typical roadway section F. So let's proceed to the major categories of work, RCP, road construction, PCCP. Similar categories of work, RRP and RCTP. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract: must have complete reconstruction and reblocking, including base cost, covering 50% of the item of work of the project. May include airport, runways, taxiways, and airports. So, for the list of key personnel, project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years, minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years, minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years, minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years, minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel, need certificate of training from DOLE. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for the project. The description, the capacity, and the required units. Service vehicle, pick-up type. The capacity is 4x4 and the required unit is 1. Tower lights, tower height equals to 20 feet. Number of lights equals to 4 by 1,000 watts with generator equals to 5 kilowatts. The capacity is 10.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Backhoe with breaker. The capacity is 0.8 cubic meter and 138 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Dump truck. The capacity is 12 cubic yard and 290 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Payloader. The capacity is 1 to 5 cubic meter and 110 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Boom truck. The capacity is 197 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Water truck or pump. The capacity is 16,000 liters and 360 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Motorized road grader. The capacity is 140 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Vibratory roller. The capacity is 10 metric ton and 124 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Transit mixer. The capacity is 5 cubic meter and 175 horsepower and the required unit is 4. Crate compactor. 400 to 500 gasoline engine. The capacity is 5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Concrete vibrator. The capacity is flexible shaft type 2 inches in diameter with 5 amperes gasoline driven unit. The required unit is 2. Batching plant. The capacity is 30 cubic meter and the required unit is 1. Concrete spreader. The capacity is 5.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Concrete saw. 14 inches blade diameter with 4 and 3/4 inches cutting depth, 7.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Bar cutter. The capacity is 25 mm maximum rebar diameter 3 phase and the required unit is 1. Asphalt joint sealer, gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. The capacity is 9 to 10 metric ton and 270 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Barbinder. The capacity is barbinder. Bakit yan? Barbinder. 4 to 6 cubic. Coin yan sa bagay mixer yan. Barbinder, the required unit is 1. Cargo truck. The capacity is 25 metric ton and the required unit is 1. One bagger mixer. Oh, wala ito kuan. The capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 2. Slow bed trailer. The required unit is 1. Chainsaw. The required unit is 1. Water pump. 100 mm diameter suction. The capacity is 7.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No. Equipment capacity and required unit as specified in the bid data sheet shall be mandatory, and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. Can pa check mo yan? So any question or clarification for 24FC0055? If none, let's proceed to another contract ID. Number 24FC0056. Contract name, Concreting of Barangay Bulala. From to Market Road, Barangay Bulala, Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Barangay Bulala, Santa Elena, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWH CNDO Construction Section. Funding source, FY 2024 Department of Agriculture. Approved budget for the contract, we have 29,849,999 pesos and 98 centavos. Contract duration, we have 178 calendar days to complete the project. So the scope of works, concreting of 5 meters by 830 linear meter carriage width with 1 meter shoulder both sides, 0.20 meter thick. Construction of 1 barrel reinforced concrete box culvert, S equal to 1.8 meter, H equal to 1.8 meters, and T equals to 0.20 meter, and the length is equal to 7.6 linear meter. So, for the major categories of work, RCP, road construction, PCCP, similar categories of work, RRP, and RCTP. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract: must have complete reconstruction and reblocking, including base course, covering 50% of the item of work of the project. May include airports, runways, taxiways, and airports. So let's proceed to the list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total work experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel need certificate of training from knowledge. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for the project. We have the capacity and the required units. Service vehicle, pickup time. The capacity is 4x4 and the required unit is 1. Tower lights, tower height equals 20 feet. Number of lights equals to 4 by 1,000 watts with generator equals to 5 kilowatts. The capacity is 10.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Backhoe with breaker. The capacity is 0.80 cubic meter and 138 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Dump truck. The capacity is 12 cubic yard and 290 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Payloader. The capacity is 1.5 cubic meter and 110 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Water truck or pump. The capacity is 10,000 liters and 360 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Motorized road grader. The capacity is 140 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Vibratory roller. The capacity is 10 metric ton and 124 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Transit mixer. The capacity is 5 cubic meter and 175 horsepower. The required unit is 4. Brake compactor. 400 to 500 gasoline engine. The capacity is 5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Concrete vibrator. The capacity is flexible shaft type 2 inches in diameter with 5 amperes gasoline driven unit. The required unit is 2. Patching plant. The capacity is 30 cubic meter and the required unit is 1. Concrete spreader. The capacity is 5.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Concrete saw. The capacity is 14 inches blade diameter with 4 and 3/4 inches cutting depth and 7.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Bar cutter. The capacity is 25 mm maximum rebar diameter 3 feet. The required unit is 1. Asphalt joint sealer, gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. The capacity is 9 to 10 metric ton and 270 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Bar bender, the required unit is 1. Cargo truck, the capacity is 25 metric ton and the required unit is 1. One bagger mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute. The required unit is 2. Low bed trailer, the required unit is 1. Chainsaw, the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. Note, equipment capacity in the required units as specified in the basic sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the above. So any question or clarification for FC 0056? None. Proceed to the contract ID number 24FC 0057. Contact name, Concreting of Barangay Exiban, Parto Martitro, Barangay Exiban, Labo, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Barangay Exiban, Labo, Camarines Norte. Amending office, DPWHCMDO, Construction Section. Funding source, FY 2024 Department of Agriculture. And the approved budget for the contract for the APC, 14,944,999 pesos and 05 centavos. Contract duration to complete the project, we have 93 calendar days. So let's proceed to the scope of works. Concreting of 5 meters by 474.32 linear meter. Carry suite with 1 meter shoulder both sides. 0.2 meter thick. Construction of 1 barrel reinforced concrete box culvert is equal to 2.4 meters. H equal to 2.4 meters. And the thickness is T equals to 0.22 meter. And length equals to 7.6 linear meter. Station 0 plus 260. Construction of 1 barrel reinforced concrete box culvert is equal to 2.4 meters. H equals to 2.4 meters. And T equals to 0.22 meter. Length equals to 7.6 linear meter. And the station of 0 plus 462.37 meters. So let's proceed to the major categories of work. RCP, road construction, PCCP. Similar categories of work, RRP and RCTP. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. Must have complete the construction and reblocking including base cost covering 50% the item of all. The project may include airport, runways, taxiways, and airports. So let's proceed to the list of key personnel for the project. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 3 years. Materials engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel with certificate of training from employees. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units for the project. We have the description, the capacity, the required units. Service vehicle, pickup type. The capacity is 4x4, the required unit is 1. Tower lights, tower height equals to 20 feet. Number of lights equals to 4 by 1000 watts. With generator equals to 5 kilowatts. The capacity is 10.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Backhoe with breaker, the capacity is 0.8 cubic meter and 138 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Dump truck, the capacity is 12 cubic yards and 290 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Payloader, the capacity is 1.5 cubic meter and 110 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Boom truck, the capacity is 197 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Water truck or pump, the capacity is 16,000 liters and 360 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Motorized road driller, the capacity is 140 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Vibratory roller, the capacity is 10 metric ton and 124 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Transit mixer, the capacity is 5 cubic meter and 175 horsepower, the required unit is 4. Plate compactor, 400 to 500 gasoline engine, the capacity is 5 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Concrete vibrator, the capacity is flexible subtype 2 inches in diameter with 5 amperes gasoline driven unit, the required unit is 2. Batching plant, the capacity is 30 cubic meter and the required unit is 1. Concrete spreader, the capacity is 5.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Concrete soup, the capacity is 14 inches blade diameter with 4 and 3/4 inches cutting depth with and 7.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Bar cutter, the capacity is 25 mm maximum rebar diameter 3 phase. The required unit is 1. Asphalt joint sealer, gas or diesel, driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. The capacity is 9 to 10 metric ton and 270 horsepower and the required unit is 1. Barbender, the required unit is 1. Cargo truck, the capacity is 25 metric ton, the required unit is 1. One bagger mixer, the capacity is 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, the required unit is 2. Low grade trailer, the required unit is 1. Chainsaw, the required unit is 1. Water pump, 100 mm diameter suction, the capacity is 7.5 horsepower and the required unit is 1. So as per DO number 11 series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No, equipment capacity in the required units as specified in the BD sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contractor. So any question or clarifications for 24FC0057? If none, we proceed to the contract ID number 24FC0058. Contract name, construction of Kamaksaan Bridge, Kapalonga, Camarines Norte. Contract location, Barangay Kamaksaan, Kapalonga, Camarines Norte. Implementing office, DPWH CNDO. Construction section. Funding source, FY 2024. GAA 2024. Approved budget for the contract 64,349,930 pesos and 6 centavos. Ayos na kita. Contract duration 207 calendar days to complete the project. So scope of works, we have construction of 3 span 20 meters pre-stressed concrete girder bridge on board pipe foundation or spring coating foundation of total length of 60.6 millimeter with 4 meters approach slab at both ends and 120 millimeter bridge approach. Major category support or similar category support, BCCP, bridge construction concrete superstructure with cast and place pipes. Similar category support, BRH CCP, BRI CCP, BCP, BRP, BRC, BCC, and BRR. The following qualifiers shall be applied to this contract. Must include major structural components of both substructure and superstructure. Example, piles, girder, truss members, comprising at least 20% of the item of work of the project. So let's proceed to the list of key personnel. Project manager, minimum years of similar experience in position 5 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 5 years. Project engineer, minimum years of similar experience in position 3 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 3 years. Construction foreman, minimum years of similar experience in position 2 years. Minimum years of total experience in position 2 years. Construction safety health personnel, need certificate of training from the. So let's proceed to the list of key equipment units. The description, the capacity, and required units. Payloader, the capacity is 150 cubic meter, and the required unit is 1.5. Payloader, 1.5 cubic meter, the required unit is 1. Roller crane, the capacity is 21 to 25 metric ton and 145 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Roller crane, the capacity is 41 to 45 metric ton, 190 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Backhoe, the capacity is 0.8 cubic meter or 1.04 cubic yard and 138 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Diesel hammer, the capacity is 7,500 kilogram. Minute, the required unit is 1. Vibro hammer, the capacity is 120 kilonewton and 222 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Drilling rig, capacity is 300 horsepower, the required unit is 1. Transit mixer, the capacity is 5 cubic meters, the required unit is 2. Dump truck, the capacity is 120 cubic yard and 290 horsepower, the required unit is 2. Cargo truck, the capacity is 9 to 10 metric ton, the required unit is 1. Water truck or pump, The capacity is 16,000 liters and 360 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Air compressor. The capacity is 356 to 450 CFM and 130 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Jackhammer. The required unit is 2. Water pump. 100 mm sanction diameter. The capacity is 7.5 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Generator set. The capacity is 300 kilowatts and 375 kilovolts. The required unit is 1. Welding machine. The capacity is 500 amperes and 448 horsepower. The required unit is 1. Chainsaw. The required unit is 1. Service vehicle pick-up type 4x4. The required unit is 1. Concrete vibrator. The required unit is 2. Bar cutter. The required unit is 1. Bar bender. The required unit is 1. Lighting system, tower lights. The required unit is 1. Concrete patching plant. The required unit is 1. Drop hammer. The required unit is 1. Cutting out, the required unit is 1. SPD and this sanding machine, the required unit is 1. Trim pipe set, the required unit is 1. Bentonite bin, the required unit is 1. Bentonite laser, the required unit is 1. As per DO, number 11, series of 2017, laboratory equipment is required and mandatory. No. Equipment capacity in the required units as specified in the big data sheet shall be mandatory and absence of the same shall disqualify the contract. So any question or clarification for 24FC0058? If none, so let's proceed to the schedule of key procurement activity. 24FC0140, 24FC0050, 24FC0054, and 24FC0058. Activity, time, and place. So, activity issuance, downloading of bidding documents, time, March 22, 2024 to April 16, 2024. Place, hard copies of back secretariat of DPWH Camarines Norte DEO at Camarines Norte. Downloading from DPWH website www.dpwh.gov.ph and or PhilJEP's website www.philjeps.gov.ph. So for pre-bid conference today at 10 a.m. on April 1, 2024, Conference Hall, DPWH, CNDO, at Camarines Norte. Receipt of bids, opening of bids, or preliminary evaluation of bids. Scheduled on April 16, 2024 until 10 a.m. Place, Conference Hall, DPWH, CNDO, at Camarines Norte. Schedule of key procurement activity for 24FC 0055 to 24FC 0057. So, issuance, downloading of bidding documents. Time, March 22, 2024 until further notice due to bid bulletin number 1. Place hard copies of back Secretariat of DPWH Camarines Norte DO dahil Camarines Norte. Downloading from DPWH website www.dpwh.gov.ph, PhilJet website www.philjeps.gov.ph. Private conference today 10:30 a.m. on April 1, 2024, Conference Hall, DPWH, CNDO, Camarines Norte. Receipt of bids or opening of bids or preliminary evaluation of bids until further notice due to bid bulletin number 1. So, place, Conference Hall, DPWH, CNDO, Camarines Norte. B. Requirements for bidding documents. So, first, instruction to bidders, then general completion of contract, then special completion of contract, then bid data sheet, then specification, then bill of quantities, then bid forms, then checklist for technical proposal, then checklist for financial proposal. Download at www.dpwh.gov.ph, www.philjeps.gov.ph. Note, yung format per KMC 85 Series 2020. Additional statement for Omnibus per DMC number 85 Series 2020. Number 10. In case advance payment was made or given, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligation and undertakings in the contract shall be sufficient grounds constitute criminal liability for swindling or estafa, or the commission of fraud with unfaithfulness or abuse of confidence through misappropriating or converting any payment received by a person or entity under an obligation involving the duty to deliver certain goods or services to the prejudice of the public in the government of the Philippines pursuant to Article 315 of Act Number 3815 Series 1930 as amended or revised by the court. So let's proceed to the letter C, bid form, technical and financial proposal. Prospective bidder shall submit their duly accomplished forms as specified in the bids in 2 separate sealed bid envelopes to the above chairman. The first envelope shall contain the technical component of the bid. The second envelope shall contain the financial component of the bid. The technical and financial documents must be paginated, bounded, and tab marked, and the commentary stamp is required on all documents with notary public and properly sealed. All bid documents must be submitted in duplicate copies, original and copy 1, sealed and signed. All bidders are invited to attend the private conference as scheduled for further instruction. Contract will be awarded to the lowest calculated responsive bid as determined in the bid evaluation and post-qualification. Manual submission, 1 original and 1 copy for each technical proposal and financial proposal must be submitted. Electronic submission, E5 of the technical proposal and financial proposal. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. So let's proceed to letter D. Criteria for eligibility screening, preliminary examination of bids, evaluation of bids, and post-qualification. contractor must meet the following major requirements. A. Filipino citizen or 75% Filipino. Own partnership or corporation with pickup license applicable to the type and cost of this contract. This will be for contract ID number 23FC0140 and 24FC0050 to 24FC0057 and medium A for 24FC0058. B. Completion of a similar contract costing at least 50% of the ABC. C. Meet financial contracting capacity or LFCC at least equal to the ABC. For bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using a non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical correction for computational errors and thus determine the correct calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price that exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. First, low price and required item non-responsive. Then, indicating a zero or a dash paid to the government. Then, all prices are deemed to include taxes. Then, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical correction, first, bid prices and figures versus words or prevail. Then, total price per item versus until a unit price per item, unit price prevails. Next, total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. And unit cost and detailed estimate versus unit cost and BOQ prevails. All bid amount above ABC will be disqualified. For post-qualification and pursuant to Section 34.1 and 34.3 of Revised IIR of Republic Act 9184, 34.1. The lowest calculated bid or highest rated bid shall undergo post-qualification in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents. 34.3. Verification, validation, and a settlement of statement made and documents submitted shall consider but shall be limited to the following criteria. First, legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, agreement, and exclusion in any bucket. Then, technical requirements. Key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied. Then, availability and commitment of major construction equipment. Failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the place, equipment, and specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder automatic post-disqualification forward of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO number 58 series of 2012. Then performance and ongoing government and private contracts. First, negative slippage at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each two or more contracts. Then, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with the pending certificate of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Then, substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance that contract per condition of the terms of inspection. Then, DO number 127, Series 2018, strict application of Republic Act 9184 and the conduct of the post-qualification of bidder with delayed ongoing contract with the DPWH. Then, authenticity and correctness of bid security. For financial requirements, bid price proposal, NFCC, notes on the personnel and the equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 09, series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works project for public bidding. First, if the proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certificate that one, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And two, he or she will be replaced with another person equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. Then technical requirements. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the same personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if the contract under bidding will be awarded. Then, this certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sale bid. Then, also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder shall specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. For contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated responsive bid, or LCRB, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Then, contract award should be made within the bid validity period. Then, subcontracting is not allowed. For A, common reason for rejection of bids and eligibility and post-disqualification of bidders. First, failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Then, shorter bid validity and bid security period. Then, overlapping of fleets, equipment, and committed key technical personnel. Then, failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Then, late submission of bid. Then, failure to submit supporting documents. Example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project if fleet's equipment is to be leased or purchased. Then, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Then, unsatisfactory slippage rating. Then, single proprietor signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. Then, corporation or cooperative board secretary certificate and board resolution. Then, joint venture resolution or agreement. Then, partnership as indicated in the articles of partnership. Then, discount offered in the bid form must be signed by the owner or proprietor or authorized managing officer. Hence, liaison officer signature may only be accepted provided that specified limit of discount be included in the special power of attorney or SPA. So, any question or clarification for this private conference for 10 projects? So, one muna. Read muna. Post muna.
Bawal sa
Bawal sir.
Bawal.
Bawal.
So,
Continuous lang po.
so,
Tapos sa baka na.
Opening po.
Opening po.
okay na.
Ano mo na?
Okay, continue na natin.
Tatlo lang sir.
Tatlo man lang yan. Sige, continue na. So, for private conference, focus ko na.
Opo, ayan po sir. SWA.
For private conference, activities, I declare for this is adjourned. So, again, let's proceed to the bidding activities for 1 for projects and 2 for goods project. First, let's proceed to the for projects. Kuha, representative, to open the batch.
Pagmatakakali pa kasi kayo na. Pero tinatawagan pa lang po ng bawas na.
Nasir? Buksan mo.
Puyat. Puyat sir. Lagi. Mabilis.
So please open the box.
Naiwan lang sir. Naiwan lang sir. Ito na lang yan.
So 24FC0044. We have the improvement completion of quality assurance section or QAS, abrasion equipment building, DPWH compound, dahil kabarin something. The ABC is 1,499,979.60 So we have the duration, 60 calendar days. So only one participating contractor, DDR Electrical Construction and Supply. So, DDR Electrical Construction and Supply passed the electronic eligibility training conducted by the CWA. So, let's proceed to the opening of technical documents. Sign and seal.
Try mo na kami ng 70 lang. 70 lang po. Yung 30%. Kaya ito na, yung BBD natin na hindi naka-program naman no? Kaya lang din pala.
So, DDR Electrical Construction and Supply, we have the JIPs valid until May 4th and 24th. And SLCC, okay? NFCC amounting to 907,238,983 pesos and 9 centavos. So, sufficient. More than enough. Statement of ongoing government and private contracts, okay? Audited financial statement, okay? Bid securing declaration, signed and authorized with documentary stamp. Omnibus, signed and authorized with documentary stamp. List of key personnel for the project, okay? Equipment pledge, okay. So, DDR Electrical Construction and Supply passed the initial evaluation for technical documents. So, since we have only one bidder, so we have to proceed to the opening of the financial documents. Time is in. DDR Electrical Construction and Supply, we have bill of quantities, detailed estimate, and cash flow by quarter. So DDR Electrical Construction and Supply offers 1,454,360 pesos and 7 centavos. 1,454,360 pesos and 7 centavos. With a variance of 3.04%. So DDR Electrical Construction and Supply is the lowest paid as rate, amounting to 1,454,360 pesos and 7 centavos. And the variance of 3.04%. Subject for bid evaluation and post-qualification conducted by the PWD. So let's proceed to the another goods project. (24GFC 0007), contract name, purchase of materials for regraveling of shoulders along Bagong Silang, Kapalong Garot, KO 309, plus 100. Tokyo 326 plus 850. Contract location, DPWH, NGO, type number is Norte, and ABC, we have 999,502 pesos only. In the calendar days of 45 days. So we have only one participating bidders, EBC Construction and Supply. So let's open the technical documents. They are IABC Construction Supply, they have permits, valid until August 27, 2024. SLCC, okay? NFCC, they have 508,493,340 pesos and 36 centavos. So sufficient. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized with the criminal stamp. Delivery schedule, okay? So, with technical specifications, so ABC Construction Supply pass the technical evaluation for this project. Financial, please open the financial. ABC Construction and Supply, they have reformed. So, ABC Construction and Supply offers $996,000 pesos only, with a variance of 29%. So since ABC Construction and Supply is the loan leader, so it offers 996,600 with a variance of 0.29% as well. Subject for bid valuation and cost qualification conducted by the DPWH. So let's proceed to another project. 24GFC0008. 0008. Purchase of maintenance hardware materials. Contract location, DPWH, CNDO, Light Camarines Norte. ABC 540 pesos only, with a calendar days of 45 days. So we have also only one participated bidder, Yakar Construction and Supply. So please open the technical documents. Perjets, valid until June 19, 2024. Okay. SLCC, okay. NFCC. NFCC amounting to 125,955,304 pesos and 6 centavos. Okay. PSD, signed and notarized, parliamentary stamp. Omnibus, signed and notarized, parliamentary stamp. Delivery schedule, okay. Technical specification, okay. So let's open the financial documents. Yakal Construction and Supply, they have bid form, bill of quantities, and offers 535,160 pesos and 34 centavos, with a variance of 1%. So since Yakal Construction and Supply is the non bidder, he offers 535,160 pesos and 24 centavos as rate, with a variance of 1%. Subject for bid validation and post-qualification conducted by the party WB. So for this bidding activities, any announcement?
April 8, sir. Opening of bids.
April 8, opening of bids
Infra.
for Infra. Ilang project yun ba?
Tatlo po.
Tatlo. So if none, I declare this bidding activities adjourned. Thank you very much. May ginamos ay